any chances here. I am live. Every single time I push the goddamn button at me, I gotta be being messed with every freaking moment. Every single moment. 24 hours a day. 7 days a week. Okay. Welcome to Can Angels Fly, Tarot, and More. My name is Nancy, and I'm here to perform multiple readings for the zodiac signs Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. This is my fourth and final video. I've already shuffled the deck, and I dealt out 12 sets of 3 in order to get a complete storyline summary for all zodiac signs overall in the end. As mentioned, this is a model reading, and so I'll begin this particular video with Cancer. Cancer, your motto is I feel, and you are a feminine water sign. And your cards are the Strength card in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Four of Wands. I feel like it's saying it's going to be okay. Even though in the physical world and in our reality, in your reality, Cancer, you may not feel like you can take no more. Your strength may be, you may feel like your strength is weakening, or you're weary is the religious term. We are weary. You're weary. And the Empress in reverse suggests you just can't do no more. You can't bring about any more fruits or abundance. Just can't do anymore. You don't know what else you could possibly do. You've done all that you can do. That's what I'm getting. Your motto, keeping with your motto, is I feel. You feel weary. You feel like you've done all that you can do, and what? You can't do no more. But your last card, Cancer, is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands represents your inner emotional state, the vibration. And you're sitting at a content or in a complacent place emotionally, almost not melancholy, was it? Very numb. I think it's the best word, numb. Like, can't do no more. You're not overly excited. You're not too excited. You're not depressed. You're not anxious. You're not bipolar. You're not just there. You've done all you can do. That's what you feel. and it's not much more. It's not anything else you can do. Not much more. It's not nothing else you feel like you can do right now to probably do what? Change your circumstances or situation. Keeping in mind our current reality and events that are unfolding. Uh, it doesn't probably seem like things are moving anywhere. Love, probably don't feel like it's moving nowhere. Finances are not, effectively moving forward. Nowhere. It's just you just there. You just here wherever you are. That's just there. Um, and so I'm gonna stop right there, not to sell you short, but I realize that there's an that overall message for all people. But I have to finish all the zodiac signs, and you just represent, you know, again being in that numb, uh, um, complacent um, place that you feel like you can't do no more. You know, possibly out of ideas. You can't force things to move the way you would like them to move in your favor. So I'm hold on to that and move on to Gemini. Gemini, your motto is I think, and you are, I believe, a masculine air sign. And your cards are the Lover's card. This is your card, Gemini, the Lover's card. Like being one with yourself, or being in connection, or one with another, or some entity outside of yourself that is destined to be with you. How to say? Sometimes people in your life for a reason and a season. Sometimes you go through various life circumstances, and it's only for a reason. It's only for a season, and it's for a reason. So that's what the Lover card suggests. It's a part of your soul journey. The next card is the Three of Wands in reverse, pointing back to the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands talking about what now? What now? Which way do I go? What aims, passions, or desires should I pursue? Which makes sense in relationship to the reading before yours was Cancer, saying, hey, Cancer felt like I can't do no more. I can't do no more. And so we have you, Gemini, here with the Three of Wands, asking a question, what now? What now? Cancer answered it. I feel with Cancer like I can't do no more. I can't do no more. My strength, I'm weary. But you, Gemini, young, youthful, energetic, energy, or consciousness is saying, hey, what now? What now? And even though you asked the question, what now? Which way do I go? What passions, aims, or desires do I pursue? Nothing comes in for you, which is made evident what? In the reading before yours, which was Cancer, it doesn't come in. That which you are anticipating, hoping, or wanting to come in to help direct you in a path that you should go for success. But don't worry. Remember, the Lover's card is your first card that says, okay, this is a part of your life journey, and it's happening at a certain time period, and it's happening for a reason. So, a season and a reason. Your last card, Gemini, is the Eight of Swords in reverse, pointing back to the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords talks about partnership contracts and thought contracts. It's just this exchange and flow of intellectual information, awareness, thought, communications, and ideas. The Eight of Swords talks about this obsessive compulsive use of the mind and the thoughts being blocked, the monkey mind being blocked, and giving way to what? It's this thought flow amongst those close to you. I get it. Let's see if I can say it. Gemini, you are thinking. Keeping with your model, you are thinking. Thought. But your thoughts are not just your thoughts. These thoughts are not high or low, these thoughts, as stated, are at a particular season in your life, as well as the rest that contribute to the overall reality. That's to say that you are one of many. The thought. The thought is not just yours. How can I say this? The thought in December that you're having is the thought that we're all having. How can I make this? We're all having this thought. The monkey mind is no more in the month of December. Not for you, not for me, not for nobody. That's the message to you, Gemini. You are experiencing this, but you are the avatar or the example of the energy that we're all experiencing. And I'll try to make it make sense. In your own personal life, you may find at times that your thoughts are scattered, that you jump from one thought to the next, one scenario to the next, and even one channel to the next, or one activity to the next, the monkey mind. But in the month of December, on a personal level, you may find that you're able to sit longer and read a book longer than you normally would, or you're able to focus and lose yourself into a particular program on TV, as an example. But remember, you're a representative for the aspect of what we'll all experience. And what we all experience is this ability to, because it's the time period, remember, reason and season. It's a time to just to focus on specific thoughts or particular thoughts. It's a shared experience for we who the people in humanity are having in the month of December. The ability to focus on this shared thought. You represent just the energy of being able to stop the monkey mind and to focus on something of importance to yourself, because it's the time and the season in your life to do so. That's your message, personally. But for us all, we're going to focus. And I'm not going to spend too much time on you, Gemini, because there is an overall message that's shared between all zodiac signs. And so this is the third video that I made. So I need to finish reading the rest of the zodiac signs and getting a message so I can see the overall, message. Okay. So that's it for Gemini. Okay, let's do Taurus and see what the and the Aries and see what the overall message is. All right, Taurus, your motto is I have. You are a feminine earth sign, I think. All right, your cards, Taurus, are the Chariot card in reverse, feeling out of control, feeling like you don't have control, lacking mastery and skill and self-authority, self-authority. The next card is the Four of Pentacles. It's your inner emotional state as a direct result of how secure you are in this world, both physically and emotionally, and being in that complacent place, that numb place, that I'm okay place, but it's a place where you're like, I don't know, like, what's going to happen the next moment. I don't know. Taurus, I don't know what's going to happen the next moment. Your motto is I have, as mentioned. It's like I have what I have right now, whatever it consists of, whatever it actually consists of in your own unique life. You are aware that you have what you have, and what you have, whatever your count is, you don't feel like you're in control of whatever's going to take place next. It's like you okay, but you don't know what's going to happen next. Ooh, Lord, these are here. Your last card, of course, is the the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is a warrior who goes out to fight in order to campaign, in order to acquire the pentacles that he needs. Going out trying to make it happen, but often having to exert a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and a lot of effort. You got what you got, and you even have your own capability or way of going about obtaining what you need, the resources that you need in this physical world, or those things that you presume will pacify your physical worldly wants, needs, and desires. Everybody got their own way. Some people go out and they are entrepreneurs. Other people work for the system. Other people, pull unemployment. However you go about it. That's what you do. That's what you have. That's all you feel like you have. In the month of December, Taurus. Again, whatever you have doesn't seem to be enough to put you completely at ease. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay, that's it, Taurus. Remember, because I'm looking for the overall message for all zodiac signs. That was for you. Now I'm going to do Aries. Okay, Aries, your motto is I am, and you're a masculine fire sign. And your cards are the King of Wands, which is a representative of your sign, as well as Leo and Sagittarius. It's the ability to move forward on a cause, an aim, and or a passion with full faith, knowing that whatever you need will be added unto you along the way. Okay. So moving forward on the aim, the passion, and desire. I want to say something, but the next card is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is a representative of our water signs. Our water signs are Cancers. They are Pisces and Scorpio. These are our people in the energy of being able to connect, to create the sense of being loved. It is about people, the energy of home and families, the connectiveness, it's the belonging, it's the support system. But the Queen of Cups is in reverse, so it suggests that this energy may be displayed with the negative, through the negative qualities of the water signs. Cancers can be emotionally clingy, shut in, naggy, shut in. Scorpio can be emotionally manipulative and or controlling in some way, and Pisces can alienate or ostracize others. It's almost like a push-pull dynamic, or it could be, some form of codependency of some type. And your last card, Aries, is the Ten of Pentacles. It's in reverse. It is represents when a person has acquired that which they feel will offer them or pacify their physical worldly wants, needs, and or desires, and it's beginning to fade away or not be present or as secure or as attainable anymore. But you have had it, and you have experienced like the good life. You have, but it doesn't seem sturdy. So for Aries, it says, keeping your motto in mind is, I am drowning. Well, I am not drowning, but damp. I am basically concerned. You concerned, but it's like more of a dampening. You know how you have joy, and it's disturbed and it's dampened. And it's dampened because it's not as good as it was. It's not as good as it was. Life. Feeling free, feeling financially stable, living your best life is not the same. It's dwindling away, or in some way is unsure. You're unsure if you can sustain it or maintain it or continue to build it. Your desire for it is high with the King of Wands, but your emotions are, starting to your emotions are starting to like erode away at your energy, or it's like getting, what's the word, not lazy, but not as enthusiastic. Like, why put forth the effort when I'm not, Aries, I'm not, making what I used to, earning what I used to, being able to obtain what I used to, so it's like, again, I say again, because I've used this word in another reading, I don't remember which one. It's like a disappointment, a letdown, seeing things change, uh, a depletion, Yeah. Okay. And that's what you are. You're seeing that. You are experiencing that, Aries, which is interesting. Now, I'm going to turn yours off, Aries. That was for you. Now, what I'm actually looking for is the overall message to all zodiac signs. So, what I see between the zodiac signs of Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Pisces, and Aries, Aries, not Pisces, is this story that we're all sharing in that says, we have the desire and the urge to pursue our best lives. But it's been a struggle. And because of the struggle, we're becoming more emotional, more easily emotionally triggered, that kind of thing. And when we look around our reality and we take account of what we have what we need in the moment, and we're okay. That's to say, you're alive and you breathing and you got a chance at least, but that, and you may even have more than that, a roof over your head. Your bills might be paid for this month, but what about next month? Is that unsureness, that insecurity that's leading us to feel unstable in some way, insecure. We don't feel as bold or as confident. And we still have the capacity to go out and make our best life happen. And that plays into what we have actually going on in our real time life events, quarantine and all of that kind of stuff. We have the capability, is what the cards are saying. But yet, it's like it's just the bare basics being met, the minimum with the Four of Pentacles, a place where we can be complacent. We can be complacent. We are complacent. No, we're not complacent. Some of us are, but we have a place where we can be content, meaning, the basic necessities or requirements are met. We got some food. Remember, I want you to put this in context when I read this overall energy. What does it mean to say you got food? Is it the American standard where we get to eat 3 balanced meals a day? What do they call it? It's objective? A subjective subject. Based on. I always get them two mixed up. Subjective, I think. Subjective, objective. I can't think of the one. Well, but it depends on who's speaking, or who's answering this thought. What does it mean to be okay in life? That question. What does it mean? If we look at the different beliefs in America, A lot of people believe, hey, 3 balanced meals a day, and that's living your best life. But then when we look at the reality of this life, I don't even know if I can make this make sense. Well, we can go almost 3 weeks without eating before we start, getting sick to the point we started up and die. So maybe we can only need to eat once every 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Every 2.5 weeks or something like that. Bountiful meal. And so what am I talking about when I say that? I'm saying, hey, where are you with this 4 of Pentacles where you are okay in life? Just okay. You okay. You know what I'm saying? And it works for you and it can sustain you for the long haul. That's what I'm talking about. It's that place right there that we're not comfortable with. We're not comfortable. I'm gonna give you an example. I guess it'll be more practical. My bills paid for December. Right now, the cable bill paid, my rent paid, utility bill paid. I got some food. I'm all right. I can deal with that. But what about next month? In January? You know what I'm saying? In January. Well, I'm not too confident about that. It's that kind of energy that we're dealing with. Even though I have the ability to go make something else happen, Captain, I can get some more money. Depending on what hustle or job or work I do, I can get some more money. But it's like this cycle, that 28-day cycle, in a time period that we're dealing with some extraordinary circumstances. This message is for all zodiac signs, using each individual zodiac sign. And so, and I've had my good life. You know what I'm saying? I've lived a good life. I've had the things that I presume will satisfy me, my physical, worldly wants, needs, and or desires. But again, we're living in a time period with some interesting or extraordinary circumstances are present. And so even though I have the passions and desires due to those obstacles and or challenges, et cetera, it's pulling down on me emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about my life, I'm talking about our life. This is the message. And then it talks about, but this is the season. It's called karma. Human history. Because we have done what we've done in the past, it has led us to this day. A lot of the challenges that we face in our reality is we don't know what the next man or woman or person or entity has done. So we don't understand how they may have contributed to our reality. Well, we don't understand why our reality is as it is. There are currently over 7.8 billion people that have contributed or are contributing. We'll set it back a little bit. 7.5 plus billion people contributing to our current reality and our experiences. Love's card. We had to have this experience that we're having on an individual level as well as on a collective level. It's a season that we're in, and it's a reason. Karma is the reason in this time period in the history of humanity is the season. Okay, so there are certain places that we actually want to go. There's experiences we want to have. We are desirous and driven to move forward. But what we personally want is of no importance, as it is time for what? The karma to be lived out. So what ends up coming into existence is that which has been predetermined by our past life experiences, both on an individual level as well as on a collective level. Now this was Cancer, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. And then the 8 of Swords is in reverse, pointing back to the 7 of Swords, talking about the partnership contracts and the exchanges we have with each other. I call it the social mingle or the grand social mingle, where we have to have negotiations have to take place so we can determine how we want to cohabitate in this world from this moment forward. And, and we have, and into future generations. What we're doing now will play on into future generations. So this is a very uncomfortable place with the Strength card. In reverse, talking about why we're weary. Oh, gosh, dang it, drop that one. Okay, and the Empress in reverse, talking about not feeling like there's a flow of abundance because it's really not the time to create something new. We're living out residual effects of what past life experiences, folks. And so right now we're in this numb, more like numb state. Again, not depressed or not fully melancholy, because we're in this place of reflection. How can I say this? The message overall from all sides suggests like we're on the brink of an awakening. That's the term that's being used. And the awakening seems to be about, at this point in time, spirit, getting to the spirit. About, how they say, I'm trying to see how they say in church, or I heard the old school say it, becoming spiritual, I guess. I don't know what to say. Becoming spiritual, having faith. Having faith. What is faith? This is really about faith. What's the space? What does the consciousness of space? What does the consciousness of faith, 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 look like? What is it? Oh, it's this calm place. It's this place where you don't worry, because it's a consciousness that is possibly, I'm trying to describe it, greater than any of us earthly beings. And it allows you to have a certain level of peace and not to be reactive or too emotional, where you could just go off the deep end, or you can just ignore something. Go off the deep end and want to end it all. It don't allow that, and it don't allow you to be able to be so happy you can ignore issue in this physical world. It's this middle energy. Anyway, it's a message that we're supposed to get that's supposed to trigger us into responding. It's a provocative, it's a provocative message. And I gave the example of vaccination mandates, mandated vaccinations as an example. I don't know what it would be. It could be, again, something that happens in each of our individual lives, or it can happen on a collective level. Mandated vaccinations will be what? A collective level. And so we respond. Season is a season and a reason. And the reason is actually what I'm saying we're going through and about to go through. Yeah. We're about to go through is for a purpose. And the purpose is we have so much confidence in the physical world and its ability to satisfy us. But the reality is what we've learned over the course of our lives is that life cannot satisfy us. That's why I choose these terms. It has the ability to pacify us, has a pacifying effect. So we know while our souls are in these physical bodies, yes, we can be pacified, but we can't be satisfied. That's where it is. And so what we're experiencing at this time, even though it is, I'm sure, unwanted experiences, very possibly very uncomfortable experiences, it is about getting to a place again of faith. In that where faith resides is where fulfillment is. That's the best I can say it. Where faith resides, fulfillment exists. Here in this physical world, remember, we can be pacified. But faith, whatever that consciousness is where we tap into being fulfilled. That's two separate, totally different experiences. And so that's what we're headed to. And each of our zodiac readings is a fragment of this overall message. So hopefully you understood what I was reading. Nine of Pentacles. And the beliefs not holding up. The beliefs that we have did not hold up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The beliefs didn't hold up. It didn't hold up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Didn't hold up. And what beliefs did we have? On the collective, we had the belief that we could what? Fulfill ourselves here on this world, the way we do things, and I talk about it here on my channel. I'm learning step by step as I, consult the cards and different entities and spirit and things that we thought we could fulfill ourselves here in this physical world. We did, with money, with love, sex, all the kind different things, tactics we use to try to fulfill ourselves, only to be oftentimes dissatisfied, and never being able, most of us never being able to figure out what, that you can only be pacified, not fulfilled. And so the current trajectory we are on, relative to our spiritual lesson, is again to get to that place where fulfillment is offered. That's some deep stuff. That was it. Cool. So we learned what sex couldn't fulfill us. We learned food couldn't fulfill us. We learned alcohol, drugs couldn't fulfill us. They pacified us, but they did not fulfill us. That was Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Sagittarius read. Okay, yeah. And it got heavy many times in our lives, when we indulged in sex. We believed that we could, find fulfillment through sex. And we participated in sex acts or sexual relationships, whatever, and they came with their heavy responsibilities and duties, obligation, everything from pregnancy to disease. I'm trying to make all this make sense. Yada. Dissatisfaction, no fulfillment in the end. Or we thought we could fulfill ourselves with food, and so we did. We made food. We made it sweet. We made it rich. We made it thick. We made it bigger, Texas size, and only to do what? Get fat, diabetes, heart disease, all those leading deaths due to, overconsumption. carry the response. We couldn't, our beliefs couldn't stand with the 10 of Wands. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because this is so serious, Lord have mercy. Tuesday, I want to have a fun reading. I've been trying for years and it ain't happened yet. And then what else? We tried to drink it and drug it, the fulfillment. And we drank it and drug it, and it was no fulfillment. We pacified it for a while, and it got the best of us who indulged in those things. And people became alcoholics, drug addicts, committed some crime, went to jail, whatever end up unfolding in your story to make you realize you couldn't be fulfilled. I get the craziest readings. And the storm is here, but you're okay. You're still in it. And the instability to the physical world, this Five of Pentacles in this reading suggests just the inability to fulfill yourself, only to be able to pacify yourself, representing the instability. And but it says we have. With the Ten of Cups, we have had that which we need emotionally. We have. Like we've experienced love. Like it almost seems like at some point in time, and this is a big, bold statement, that we have all experienced some form of the ultimate worldly emotional security. I imagine this meaning like at the height of enjoyment of that which you presumed would, fulfill you, which didn't, like drinking when it was good. You had it. When you had the family and it was intact and you thought it was blissful and the perfect little family, you had it. You'd had the best like this world has to offer. You had the best this world has to offer. What's the word? And it's flawed. This world and this experience is flawed. And it can only take us to a certain level. And we've all had it. We've all had it. That's some deep stuff. We've all had it with this here. Ten of Cups. But that wasn't it. And then it points to the source with the sun. What that mean now? What that mean? What that mean now? What that mean? And we messed up. We have messed up. We have made a mess. We make a mess of stuff. But it says our wishes haven't been. This is interesting. Still reading the exact same cards I done read for all zodiac signs through these 3 videos. Even though we done messed up, people, have messed up. All zodiac signs, all people, all sexes and genders, creeds, whatever, we done messed up. Tarot card, we make stuff happen. We do some messed up stuff. It says here that our longings, our emotional needs, and our desires, hopes, wishes, and dreams, and then our wish card still exist and is being answered. It's being answered. That doesn't, and all this mess is being answered. That's craziness. My family's so loud. It's being answered. They threw me off. It's being answered. I get it. But right now, is it being answered? So whatever this is, this message that comes, that's going on, the trigger, the provocative trigger is what is taking us into the experience. Like how to say? Let me sum this up. What's it called? A quotation, not a quotation. Equation. Equation looks like this. The equation looks like this. The Nine of Cups representing our truest inner emotional needs is equal to this provocative trigger that's going to happen that leads us to respond. No, that wouldn't have the equation. Well, I'm gonna have to write out the equation, and because it started from my past. It started from my past. The karma. We didn't learn. Now we're in a karmic season. I actually feel like, how can I say this, that there is some mercy that is being given to humanity. And when I speak about humanity, I'm talking about humanity overall in the past and even now. Was the past, present, the past, the present, and the future is being lived out simultaneously. The past, the present, the future, humanity has been offered mercy. And I see it. I'm going to try to articulate it, and then I'm going to let you go. Thank you for coming here to Can Angels Fly Tarot and More, and allow me to read the tarot cards, to offer you a Mato tarot reading. So the mercy is here. But even though the mercy or grace is being offered, you still have to live out the karmic effects. And so the scenarios, there are some scenarios that's going to play out to help us cleanse our reputation or cleanse humanity reputation. The whole time that we have existed, humanity, we've always had these emotional needs, always had these needs. And that's what we were in pursuit of satisfying. And we erred, like we always seem to err in pursuit of these emotional, the satisfaction or the fulfillment. See, it's about fulfillment of our actual true emotional needs as human beings. We're always in pursuit of them. Every time one of us is born into one of these suits, we're in pursuit of it, but yet we fail, or we become corrupt or self-serving or something like that. And so the season we are in is a season that is helping us clean our reputation up. And we're going to go through something as that cleansing process, as a part of that cleansing process. But that which we're going to go through as a part of the cleansing process is also a trigger. And that trigger, God dang it. God dang it. That trigger. Oh, yeah. That trigger moves us to the pause of the monkey man was saying, the pause of the monkey man, in order to focus on, it need to go in the action for me right now. The focus on, what was this focusing us on? It was focusing us on, dang it. He was focusing us on, okay, I noticed the event. What a scenario. Justice in the real world. Fulfillment. Fulfillment. Focusing, helping us focus on fulfillment. We can't focus on the fulfillment. It's faith. Help us. You can't focus on faith. See, when starting to talk about spiritual stuff, how to try to talk a lot about spiritual stuff, but it's difficult because I'm not the one that teaches the spirit. I'm not the one that teaches faith. That's a personal relationship each of us have with energies that are more, greater or more conscious than us. Like to label it God, all whatever. It teaches us. It's like when they say leading a horse to water. When a person really is dealing with spirit, not religion, but spirit, or come up with another term. When we start talking about our souls or the spirits that dwell within us, our own personal spirit or soul, and God or unseen entities, that's something that in the physical realm is really hard to explain or talk about in detail because the actual experience or workings or happenings goes on in a place that's not physical nor can be seen. Like when you get to faith, it's really nothing here in this physical world that transpires to get you to the state of faith or the consciousness. So I talk about consciousness of faith because with the consciousness of faith as an example, everything gonna be okay. You don't think, and I'm not even talking about on the level of Aquarius, that's worldly, I know. I'm talking about on this level that it's gonna be okay. It's a fact to you already when you're dealing with spirit. And so that's the part where I'm seeing we headed to, that's the phase we in. That's the phase we're actually into, getting that unseen training or instruction to stand in spaces of the consciousness of faith, where not physically, again, physically, worldly, I know associated with Aquarius. I'm talking about I know on the other side, on the spirit side. That's where we're heading with this. That's what we're experiencing with this. So I'm not going to keep trying to clarify what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it made sense. I'm going to go back and watch these 4 videos to see if any of it made sense. I do believe that when I have a quiet moment or a semi-quiet moment, I will be back to go in more detail about this experience we're going to have. Because this is a big one. Most things are happening on our physical side, or this side of the veil. This, what I'm talking about, is happening on the other side of the veil. But it will manifest here in the physical. And it's like being, in a, I'll say this is being in a challenging moment. And you cool. You truly cool. Nothing that goes on is making you break a sweat. That takes a certain level of consciousness and confidence. And again, it's not of this world on this side of the veil, it's on the other side of the veil. And this is, I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. I talked about it before. This is what we're being introduced to. Of course, it won't all happen. I don't think it's going to happen to us all at the same time. But it's like when I talk about the Buddhist monk that they say still sitting and meditating, and they've been there, I don't know, 100 years. Them people dead. And I talked about, they dead. They mummified in a place in a lotus position. They died meditating. And what did they do? They sat through having to they sat through the loop. I like calling it the loop. What loop am I talking about? Awake to sleep cycle, urinate, defecate, eat, and drink, and thought. They sat through the whole cycle no matter what came, no matter if the hunger came, the thirst came, the starvation came, the itch came, sat through it, didn't even acknowledge it, rolled the loops until the loops was done. That's the consciousness I'm talking about. Do you know what kind of consciousness that a person that would go through those loops would have to have? To be in a space where none of the effects of those loops, would bother them. That's the space I'm saying. This overall tarot reading, all 12 zodiac signs, some of them say this is where you at. Now you're going through one thing in the physical world, but this humanity is where you are. This is what I'm introducing you to. Hopefully that made sense. I want to come back on that. Wasn't expecting that in the reading, but I do want to come back on it and talk more in detail about it. Until next time, bye.